Welcome back to the channel. If you are preparing for Java backend developer interviews, you are in the right place. In our previous videos, we covered fundamental Java questions and object-oriented programming questions. Today, we will tackle some of the most commonly asked interview questions on strings and immutable classes in Java with clear interview-ready answers. So let's start. First basic question can be, what is string in Java? So, the string class in Java represents a sequence of characters, and it is one of the most fundamental and widely used classes in the language. All literals in Java programs such as hello are implemented as an instance of this class. Next question can be, what are the ways to create a string? You can create a string using string literals, for example string s equal to abc, or we can create with the help of constructor of the string using the new keyword, which is here s string s equal to new string, and here we can give character array as a parameter. Another important question is, how are strings stored in Java heap? Strings in Java are stored as objects in the heap. There are two key areas. One is heap memory. All Java objects, including strings created with the new keyword, are stored here in the heap. Another is string constant pool (SCP), a special area in heap for unique string literals. If a literal is already existing, the JVM reuses it, otherwise it creates a new variable in the string pool. One question that can be asked is, if we are giving three strings declaration, two are declared using the literal way, string s1 equal to hello, string s2 is hello, and string s3 is declared using object way by using the new keyword. So here this diagram depicts the placing of these values of the string in the string pool and heap. So since S1 was the first hello string, it is stored like S1 is pointing to hello. Now S2 is also hello, and since hello is already existing in the string pool, it is not creating a new string for it. S2 is also pointing to hello. Now S3 is created using new keyword, that's why it is not present in string pool. Instead it is present as an object in the heap. So here would be the some questions. What would be the value of S1 equal to S2? So this will be returning true because both refer to the same literal in the string constant pool. Another will be S1 equals S2. This will also be true because their contents are also same. So here hello s1 is also hello, s2 is also hello, so it will be returning true. S1 equal to s3 will be returning false because hello in s3 is a new object in the heap and not in the string pool. Now s1 equals s3 will be returning true because their content is same even if they are present at different memory locations. Another important question would be, why strings are immutable in Java? So first and foremost reason is the security. It prevents sensitive data from being modified. Sensitive data can be various things such as file paths, network addresses, usernames, passwords, etc. Another reason is for string pooling. So Java maintains a special memory area called string constant pool, which we have seen earlier, where string literals are stored. If a string if strings are mutable, modifying the value of shared string in the pool would affect all references to the string, leading to unpredictable behavior and bugs. Third reason is thread safety. Immutable objects are inherently thread safe. Fourth is caching and performance. So the hash code of a string is frequently used, especially when strings are used as a keys in the hash based collection like hashmap and hashset. Since the value of string never changes, its hash code and can be cached after the first calculation, making subsequent lookups faster and more efficient. If strings would have been mutable, their hash codes could change, breaking the contract required by the hash-based collections and causing erratic behavior. Another important question from the interview perspective is string versus string builder versus string buffer. Let us understand all these differences with the help of parameters. First is mutability. So we know string is immutable. Second is string builder and string buffer are mutable. Thread safety. String is not thread safe. It is inherently thread safe, but since new objects can be created and multiple threads can work on the same object, that's why it is not completely thread safe. String builder is also not thread safe. String buffer is thread safe. Synchronization. String is not synchronized. String builder is also not synchronized. String buffer is synchronized because all the methods inside string buffer are synchronized. Performance. The performance of string is slowest in the case of modifications. It is fastest in the string builder if there is single threaded environment, and in string buffer it will be slower than string builder due to the synchronization overhead. Storage. So for string constant pools for literals and heap for objects, but string builder and string buffer uses heap only for storage. Now the use cases of string can be for fixed and unchanged text. For string builder it can be for frequent modification in single threaded context, and string buffer can be for used for frequent modifications in multi-threaded context. Now string was introduced in Java 1.0, string builder was introduced in Java 1.5, and string buffer was also introduced in Java 1.0. This is one of the important questions, different between equal to and dot equals. So let us compare it with the help of some aspects. So the type. So equal to is an operator, but dot equals is a method in object class. Usage. It compares the references, also known as memory addresses, and equals is used to compare the contents, which is value. For primitive, it actually compares the value. So if there is say integer a5, integer b equal to 5, then equal to will return true. And dot equals method is not applicable for primitives. For objects, it checks if both references point to the same object. In equals, checks if the objects are logically equal. That means the content is equal or not. Since equal to is an operator, it is not overridable, but dot equals is a method in the object class. It can be overridden in class. So we have to use equal to for reference comparison and equals for value comparison. What is an immutable class in Java? So an immutable class in Java is a class whose instances cannot be modified after they are created. So once an immutable object is constructed, its state remains constant for its entire lifetime, and any modification results in the creation of new object. So how to create our own immutable class? This is one of the important questions from the interviewer perspective. So there are some steps which we have to follow to make our class immutable. First is mark the class as final. Second is make the fields as private. Third is only a parameterized constructor will initialize all the values. Fourth is provide only getters and not setters. Fifth is fields are usually declared as final so that they can be assigned only once. Sixth, if the class is containing references to mutable objects like list, arrays or another class, then we have to return the defensive copy of it. Similar question can be asked that you might be given a class, we have to convert it to immutable class. So this is a normal class, it is having safe name, attribute, then there is a list integer array of marks, list of string which is storing subjects for user and is having department class reference. So to make this class as immutable, as per our previous slide, first point is mark the class as final. So here we can see the class is marked as final. The second point is make the fields as private. So all the fields are private, because if we mark them as private, they cannot be accessed outside the class. Third is only a parameterized constructor will initialize all the value. So here we can see we have a parameterized constructor which is taking parameters such as name, integer array of marks, list of string which is subjects, and a department object. And for name we are normally using this keyword to initialize the value for name, but for integer array of marks we have to create a defensive copy. So here if the marks is not null, we are creating the copy of mark, or else we are keeping it as null. Similar thing for subjects and for department. For department we are using a copy constructor where we are using the current object to create a new object. Now fourth thing was we have to provide only getters and not setters. So we can see we are having method such as get name, get marks, get subjects, get department, and there is no setters in this class. Fifth is field are usually declared as final. We have seen the fields are all already declared as final. And six, as we have seen earlier, if the class is containing reference to mutable objects, we have to return the defensive copy of it. So here we can see this is the copy, this is a defensive copy which cannot be changed, and this is again a copy where we are using the current object as a copying constructor to initialize new object. Thanks for watching. If you find this string interview questions helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more Java interview prep. In the upcoming videos, we are going to cover interview questions on many important topics like exception handling, multi-threading, collection framework, etc. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. Thanks.